Welcome back, and thanks for continuing with us for more Explore Tulsa. Now, Stevie, what's the last book you read?
Do you mean the kind that has pictures to look at, or the kind that has pictures to color in?
Sometimes I don't even know why I try. I know, at Gardner's, while you're shopping for books, you'll also find life-size versions of The Incredible Hulk, R2-D2, and Yoda.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go to Gardner's Used Books and Music.
I've had books that are older than this country come through here, 1700s, 1780s books that, that have just been donated to us. It's just amazing to think about a book that's, lived through the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, and somehow made it to Tulsa, Oklahoma in 2015. If that book could talk, the stories it would tell would be fascinating. Gardner started in 1991. Richard Gardner owns Gardner's Tax Service down the road, and he was looking for another business that wouldn't necessarily interfere with his tax season, and he's a great lover of books. And he and his sister Judy remember a bookstore called Terry's Books down by the railroad station downtown town that they would walk to when they were kids. And he wanted to try to recreate that, and originally it was just that front room, and he would sell books out of boxes, and that was it. And as it grew and people brought him new books and things like this, he eventually started hiring people and got shelves and filled up the entire thing. It used to be a lot of warehouse space back there, and now it's all retail space. He's a great lover, great kid at heart, and he's always looking for these new toys, just because partly he enjoys them, and they bring joy to so many people. We have people come and take selfies with Yoda and R2. We have people come take selfies with our Hulk, pretty regularly. We bring our big toys to the Comic Expo that's downtown, and people in cosplay get to take their pictures with them, and so they bring a lot of joy to people. So we really enjoy them. Working here is unlike working anywhere. We have thousands of things come in the door every day. You get to sort of explore it. I always tell people it's a bit like Christmas every day. You open a box and you don't know what's in there. It could be, just dusty old stuff, or it could be, the most fantastic book in the world. We're always looking for educational materials. We have a lot of homeschool moms and teachers who come through here and looking for Shakespeare or George Orwell or whatever, something that's on those standardized reading lists. We're always looking for that kind of stuff. And that's just sort of our bread and butter. We're always looking for comic books, novelties, toys. Really, if it's in good shape and you can imagine someone else wanting it, we'll find a new home. We started with an annual tent sale. Some of us will remember we'd have a humongous tent in the parking lot, and people would come, and we would have an annual blowout, and that has grown to our outlet sale in the building behind Gardner's, where we sell all kinds of stuff for $1 or $2 on the weekends only. So one of our other events is our Ladies' Night, where we have after hours about once every 3 or 4 months. They usually have a theme. I think last theme was a Hollywood glamour. Sometimes they're comic book themed, and the ladies come out after hours, they dress up, there's cupcakes, and then they have a big sale on comics and books and things like this. Kindles and e-readers and things like this. Of course, people aren't buying physical books if you're reading it on your Kindle. I think there's a lot to be said for the experience of a physical book. The texture, the pages, even the marginalia. That's personally sometimes as fascinating as anything else in a book. That there's an owner who's made little notes, or who's reacted to or underlined a thing, and you're almost engaging with the previous reader in a way that you can't do even with a new book. So I've always loved a used book. If you're going to the beach or to Keystone and you take a $3 paperback and it goes overboard, it's okay. But if your $200 Kindle goes overboard, that's a bad day, So there's always going to be a space for used paperbacks.